hello there, people with internet, and hello again, I'm TheMBmulti, and welcome back to part 34 of my Let's Play, no, to my Minecraft adventure for the Empire Season 1. Yeah, part 34. In the last episode, I returned back home, and I showed you a couple things. In this episode, I'm going to continue showing you some things. We're going to sell some stuff at the harbor. And I'm going to build, because as you can see right here, the work has started on the Basilica, and I'm going to try to finish it, or at least continue with it in this episode. So yeah, currently we are on the forum, of course, the forum Creepum, as it was called by Romans. Oh, Creepus. Oh, okay. Forum Creepus, and yeah, alright, so this is the beginning of the Basilica. I'll continue building on that in a second. I'll first have to do some other things. As you can see, I've added a couple more statues up there, 5 extra. I don't know whether I told this in this adventure, or ever, actually, on video, but there is, like, no other civilization who has made so many statues as the Roman Empire. They've made so many statues, it's ridiculous. So just in case you want to build like a Roman city, just place statues, unnecessary amounts of statues everywhere, and then you're good. So I've placed 5 extra statues here. They're just like for decoration, of course. Over here we've got, this is one that a lot of emperors would make of themselves. They would hold like a staff in their right hand, and they would look up to that, and then they would hold like a sword or a papyrus scroll in their other hand. This is just well, a random one with a guy with 2 swords looking down. This one is celebrating, or like asking the gods for help or whatever. You can kind of make what it is of yourself. Here's a guy who is looking at his swords, and here is a guy who is exploring with a torch. This one relates to the foundation of our city. And this one relates to the, yeah, they all kind of relate to the like areas of the city. This one relates to the foundation of the city, because he's like exploring into the unknown, basically. He's like cautious with a torch and everything. This is the when the military became present. That's what this one represents, because there we go. He grabs one. He looks at the sword. This is the first temple that is built. This represents the first temple, which was the temple to Neptune. This one represents the attack of the barbarians that we won, and this one represents the emperor giving us city status. That's what I said. A lot of emperors would make a statue like this. So yeah, these are like representatives of phases of the city. Because as I said, we are now a city, so that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, but whoa, almost missed you there. This is we've got one new person, Paul Clifton. You wanted to be a guard anywhere, or well, he didn't specifically said where you wanted to be, so I decided to place you on the forum. And there we go, you are a legionnaire, so you are guarding the forum right here. Right, so I also want to give you a little bit of update on the wall, because the wall is finished on the north side. No, is this the north side? This should be, oh, it's east, okay. So let's open the gates. Underneath the little flag of the Empire, to signify that this is part of the Empire. I really should keep these gates like open permanently, because the only reason why we would close them is if the barbarians have broken through that wall. But yeah, so this is the Basilica. I will explain everything about the Basilica when I start building it, but that's not necessary right now, I don't think. Alright, so as you can see over there, the wall has been continued. You still cannot enter the wall yet. You can't walk up to it, but we will add that in the inside of the gatehouse right here. But yeah, so the wall is done on this part. It is from here. This is all the way up to the sea, as you can see. It also functions as a sort as some kind of lighthouse right there, just like that one. But yeah, the harbor is going to continue all the way over there, so it's useful that there's a lighthouse over there as well. Because if the only lighthouse is over there, that's kind of difficult if you're coming from this way. Because then you could, in theory, like bump into that little island over there, which I think we should remove once I expand the harbor. But we will see about that. Anyway, so yeah, this is the final tower over on the seaside. So that it functions as a lighthouse as well, and also kind of a beacon, so that you can see very well. That's yeah. This is the gate, and well, you've already seen all the signs that are in the beginning here. You've already seen these when I entered. But yeah, this is what the gate. Oh, water. This is what the gate looks like. And as you can see, the wall continues all the way over there, and it goes right into that mountain over there. And we're gonna make it come outside the mountain over there and go that way. Over here, I've made a small port for fishing and everything. So yeah, the wall is getting is being built. So these watchtowers are kind of unnecessary at this point, since these were used to guard the border. But yeah, they're not really guarding anything right now because um, this is the wall right here. And primarily they were guarding us from the barbarian village that we have now turned into a Roman city. So they're not really guarding anything right now. I'll bet they'll either be abandoned or they'll be destroyed, or maybe we will use them as like outposts or something. I don't know. Right, there we go. We've closed the gates and we are locked. Alright, I'm just going to. Whoa, there's a cavern underneath here. Didn't know that. Be careful. Do not want to fall in. Right, so I'll just show you this side of the wall. As I said, we still cannot enter the wall, but every tower and the gatehouse will obviously have stairs inside so that you can actually enter the wall. Get on top of the wall. So as you can see, the wall goes all the way along. Oh, you can actually kind of like sneaky go up this way. So we can go on the walls right now. So as you can see, we have a good view of everything. And the wall goes all the way along here. And then here's like one of the towers, which you can enter from up here as well, so you can like shoot arrows from over here. Here's another tower. Every corner has a tower, by the way. Or when there's a very long strip, I'll put them around a certain amount of meters. And here's the end of the wall. As I said, it goes right into this mountain area, so that we don't have to build the wall all the way around this mountain area, because we probably won't even build up on top of this mountain area. So yeah, therefore, so basically this is the wall here. This side of the wall. I can also just show you the gatehouse area. Oh shit. I'm also planning to make when you enter these towers, because these corner towers will be a little bit more difficult when the corner is facing like this way. That will be because you can enter that one from there, but these ones are going to be a little bit more difficult. But anyway, in the below side of the tower, I plan to make like ammunition storage, so that archers who are on top of the walls can get there. But yeah, we have to buy a huge amount of arrows, or make a huge amount of arrows first. So I'll just also really quickly show you the gate area. So as you can see, this is like the main area. Here's a fence here so that you don't fall off. And you can also watch a little bit over this side. And you can watch for any barbarians who might come this way, but I highly doubt this actually. I don't really think they will come from this angle. Primarily, if we're being attacked, they'll be coming from that area. So we have to continue the war over there very soon. Sooner rather than later, basically. Alright, so here's the gates with a huge window over here, which you can shoot through. And underneath here is the actual gate itself. Now, as you can see, there is actually a downward area, but there's no ladder in it yet. Oh, and I forgot to place fences here. This tower already has a downstairs area right here, with extra like shooting areas. It does not have an upstairs area because it's kind of useless since the fire. Like the fire is, there is the fire and there is one supporting block on every corner. So if you make the ladder up there, you can only stand in that corner. So it's kind of useless to have a ladder going up there. So yeah, that's why there's no upstairs area, but the downstairs area instead. As you can see, during nighttime this area is perfectly lit as well because of all the torches. Because also our guards need to be able to see everything. Also, if you are like an archer or a guard somewhere over there, you used to stand along the wooden wall, and you are like, that wall is kind of useless right now. Do you want? Can you move me over to this wall? Then you can. So do you want to move yourself onto this wall, the primary defense wall, of course, this one? Then just don't bother. Don't bother. I mean, what the fuck? Just don't worry. Just place in the comments, and I will change you. No matter, no problem. Ooh, dragonfly. And you hear the sounds of. Alright, so yeah, this area is now complete. Is now fully made of. It's now fully grassland. But as I said, eventually this is all going to be city. City's going to go all the way up to the walls. Well, along the walls are probably going to be more farms than houses, but well, you get what I mean. And as I said, there's going to be an amphitheater and a bathhouse and everything. Yeah, there's the extra gate. I really should like leave these gates open because yeah, these walls are the wooden walls are not necessary anymore. Also, as you can see, oh whoa, I'm getting stuck inside the gate right now. As you can see, I made it so that it's yeah. Currently, you can do this to get on over, but I made it so that you actually have to get through these walls. So if the barbarians ever like breach the wall, then they can't just like use some of the buildings to like sneaky get inside without us noticing. Oh, he's stuck once again. So the barbarians, if they ever breach, because obviously it's not like, oh, that's never going to happen, because well, I hope it's never going to happen, but just in case it does, we have to make sure that they can't actually get inside, because then this wall is completely useless. But this wall is not useless because this is our secondary defense. If they ever break through the stone wall, then we have this one to defend ourselves with inside the city. So obviously we don't want huge gaps in this wall. Where they can actually enter, because this is a gap in the wall, of course. But this building is going to be pretty big, and there's this wooden fence here, so they're going to have trouble getting inside. So we also have to think. So I also thought of that. So you have to like. I'm getting stuck in the gate again and again. Oh, there we go. So I already thought about that. So it's like you have to. They have to actually breach the wooden wall as well to get actually inside the city. Obviously, if they attack through sea, then that is going to be the easiest version in theory for them. But then we also have our military ship over there, which is basically our harbor patrol, harbor police, or whatever you want to call that. Are these gray sheeps? I think these are gray sheeps. Do I have shears? No, I don't. I think, yeah. Huh? I think he has. I think he bred them with a gray sheep, and now everybody is light gray. That's kind of funny. Oh yeah, that's right, because I remember placing one black sheep in there. Like all the sheep were white, and there was one black sheep in there or something. And he must have bred the white sheep with the black ones, and then you get a gray one, and then the gray with a white one, and then you get a light gray. And now everything is light gray instead of white. It's pretty funny actually. Alright, so I opened those two gates because obviously the barbarians cannot enter from this side anymore. Because the wall is finished over there. So there's no way for the barbarians to enter from the north or east. This is actually east. From this side. So it is impossible for the barbarians to enter from this area. So therefore I decided to open those two gates. That gate is very new, of course, because we only had that gate. But yeah, obviously we don't want... if that sheep farmer wants to go to the amphitheater, which is probably going to go over here, then it's kind of mean that he has to walk all the way around there and then back to the amphitheater, while he could just do this. So therefore I decided to make that entrance there, and I'll make a couple more extra eventually, I guess. Alright, so I'm just really quickly going to go to sleep in my house, also to check on Charles, because obviously we want to know how he's doing. Still haven't assigned anybody to my old house. Obviously, we want a rich person to live in there, because that's not a house that like a farmer wants. Well, a farmer would love to live in there, I guess, but it's not a house where a farmer is going to live in. A very rich Roman patrician is going to live in there. Oh yeah, I also have to show you that the temple of Trajan has changed, because as I said, the only reason why the emperor would wanted to give us. Oh, we have to update the map as well. The only reason why the Emperor wanted to give us city status is if we changed the temple that we made for him to a temple of the gods, because he thought that building a temple to himself instead of the gods would be like would give a kind of a wrong message to the citizens of our settlement. because he thought that like the emperor wasn't more important than the gods, and he thought that if everybody believed in the Roman gods was more important than think that the emperor is important. Because we are actually very far away from the official capital, of course, because we are very far away from Rome. Oh, there we go. Wall is coming in. You can. This is very decently hard to see it over that stone area. But yeah, there we go. So now we know where the wall is on the map, because we need to update our map as we go along as well. I keep getting stuck in the freaking gates now. Can't even get through. Well, I can get through, but not my first try apparently. Let's take the shortcuts right here along the fort with the legionnaires inside. Whoop, whoop. And there we go. Alright, so now... Oh, we forgot to... Alright, this one has to be updated as well. I'll just do that really quickly, and then I'm going to sleep. Then I'm going to... I have to do a little bit... kind of have to do a lot of stuff in this episode, so I really should hurry up. Also have other stuff to record today. You will see, because I will upload it today as well. Yeah, interesting. Interested? I guess you are. Maybe it's already up. I don't know. I'll see what happens. You will see as well. We will all see what happens. Hey, gatekeeper! Again! Again, the gates. Here we go. Yep. Alright, so this one's updated as well. And I didn't even need to sleep because it's already daytime. Yay! Did it on my first try. This little watchtower is also decently useless right now, but yeah, it can obviously stay there. It's not really necessary. So yeah, the primary thing I want to do right now is build the wall and the Basilica, because those are the two most important buildings. Because obviously the amphitheater and everything, they are nice to have, but they are not essential right now. All right, here we go. Now the map is fully updated. On that side anyway. I think everything over here is updated as well. But yeah, the primary thing... Oh, this isn't even updated. Here we go. There we go. So, yeah, as I said, the primary thing that I want to have... Oh, also, this one needs to update. Oh. That's alright, we're not close enough for that. Let's do that. Alright, anyway, the primary thing I want to do right now, that since we have city status, is to build first of all the city wall, and second of all the Basilica. The reason that's because they're both the most important. They're the most important buildings that I want to have constructed first. The city wall, well, it's obvious because we have to fend off the barbarian attacks. So that's the reason why I want the city wall to be done. There we go. Just want to get the second gate in. So that's the reason why I want the city walls done, first of all. Because obviously we have been attacked by a huge amount of barbarians in episode 30, I believe that was. And obviously, if they bring anything more, like a siege, like siege artillery or battering rams, anything like that, siege towers, then it's becoming very dangerous. So therefore I wanted to get the city walls up as fast as possible. And I've decided to already place those on the locations where the city is going to expand to. So I was already planning to build the city all the way up to there. So therefore I built the city wall right there. Because otherwise, if I replace the wooden wall with the city wall, then I obviously wanted to expand all the way over there. So then I have to destroy the wall if I want anything, and that's very annoying. So therefore I decided, right, let's build the wall there. And then the wall is going to continue along there, and then there along the lake, and then further upwards. So yeah, that's the first thing I want to have done. And then second of all, since we are the province of Frisia, as even though the province of Frisia is basically this is the entire province of Frisia, basically, my map right here. But even though we are the province, I want the province capital. I wanted to have like at least one basilica so that we can already have our stuff going once we actually conquer everything. Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of conquer everything, in the last episode I asked you Romans what I should do. Should I first attack the barbarians and then check up on the others, or should I first check up if all the other barbarians are hostile or not and then attack? And basically everybody of you said that I should first attack, that I should first check on all the other barbarians, see whether they are hostile or not. And then I will have to attack the Frisians. I will attack the Frisians. So that's what I'm going to do. So thank you, Romans, for your support or your suggestions or whatever you want to call it. But I will do that. So obviously it's going to take a little while because first of all I have to get my city done. I have to like city. I've got a lot of building stuff that needs to be done first. Obviously, like the Temple of Mars needs to be built over here to celebrate our victory. But first of all, the stone wall needs to be done, and like there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done first, basically. But yeah, after that, I'm going to do the campaign against the barbarians in the north. And yeah, as I said, first I will check up on the barbarian villages, see whether they are hostile or not. And maybe even if they want to join the Empire voluntarily, because obviously we want to conquer everything, so we're not going to leave those guys behind, basically. And if they don't, then we'll just destroy them along the way. And maybe they'll even support us with some auxiliaries. Yeah, some of you Romans said that I really should get some cavalry, because the Frisians are not good with cavalry. So I will be sure to message the Emperor that I want some extra auxiliary cavalry of the legion that he sends me. Because this is not enough that I currently have. It's not even the entire legion. It's like a very tiny legion. So therefore I want extra legionnaires, extra auxiliary spearmen, and also I've got enough archers. I've already got enough archers from Syria, my auxiliary archers, but I want at least like 2 extra cohorts of legionnaires. And like a couple extra legionary cohorts, maybe some more auxiliary spearmen, but primarily some more auxiliary cavalry. So yeah, I'm thinking of some regular auxiliary cavalry, because I don't even have any auxiliary cavalry. I want, first of all, like a lot of auxiliary cavalry, like normal auxiliary cavalry. But I'm also thinking of horse archers, because that's very useful against those guys, because they don't really, as I said, the Frisians don't have that much cavalry, so having some horse archers to outmaneuver them a lot is very useful. So I'm thinking some normal auxiliary cavalry, some horse archers, and possibly some other units. So maybe you will see what happens. At least some normal auxiliaries. Alright, anyway, this temple used to be dedicated to Trajan, but yeah, he said that did not want that. He wanted it to dedicate to the gods. And who gods better to dedicate to than Jupiter and Juno, the king and queen of the gods? Well, you all know what you all know, basically. But just in case you don't, Jupiter is the king of the gods in the Roman religion. He's the god of earth and heaven, and he is the bringer of lightning. He throws down lightning to earth. And over here we've got his wife, Juno, which is the queen of the gods. And she's the protectress of women, and she's the protectress of women, art, and beauty, I think. Let's really quickly do a Google search on that. I don't regularly pray to Juno, because, well, she has a lot more to do with women, and I'm not a woman, so that's why I don't really pray to Juno. But any of my female subscribers, of course, can do that. Juno was in the Roman mythology. She was the ruler of the heavens, just like her husband Jupiter. She was the mother of Vulcan and Mars. Mars, of course. Vulcan is the god of metalsmithing and fire. And Mars is the Roman god of war, of course. She's usually pictured with a golden scepter in her hand and a golden crown on top of her head. As you can see, golden scepter in her hand and a golden crown on her head. So, yep. To signify that she is the queen of the heavens and the earth. She's also usually depicted with a peacock. Well, I don't have a peacock anywhere, so. I don't have a peacock. Or a statue of a peacock anyway. But yeah, I really want to. Yeah, Juno also looked after the women of Rome. That doesn't mean that only women who live in Rome, but it basically means all women. Or who are Roman. She was called Regina, which means queen, and together with Jupiter and Minerva was worshipped on the Triad on the Capitol. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember that one, yeah. Minerva is the Roman goddess of wisdom, so I'll probably build a statue of her in the library that we're going to construct eventually. Or maybe a temple next to the library, yeah. Because usually Romans had like a porticus, which is like a garden with a, a garden with a, what's it called? With a library inside, or a temple inside, or both. And it was surrounded by columns like this. So yeah, maybe I'll just build a porticus somewhere, and then build a library with a temple of Minerva next to it, or on the opposite side of it. Yeah, you Romans decide actually, because I guess the library will be the next thing that I'm going to construct, because obviously the amphitheater is going to take a little while. Also, the temple of temple of Mars is going to be constructed, but yeah, I would like to build near that a library. So, what do you Romans think? Should I build like a garden area with a library inside that garden area? Basically, it's like a library with a garden around it, and should I build on the opposite side of that, or next to, or whatever, a temple of Minerva, or should I build just a library with a garden, and inside that garden statues of Minerva, or just a library somewhere with no garden around it and a statue of Minerva inside the library? What do you Romans want? Place it in the comments below, and I will do the one that you guys want the most. Because I guess the library is going to be the next thing I'm going to construct. All right. Speaking of construction, I don't think I'll be able to get to the trading this episode, because I need this to be done first. I'm going to construct the Basilica right now. But yeah, what do you Romans want for the library? Placed in the comments below. And I will do that. So yeah, do you want a library with a garden around it, and on the opposite side or next to it a temple of Minerva? Or do you want a library with a garden around it, and inside that garden a statue, or maybe multiple statues of Minerva? Or do you want just a library somewhere with no garden around it and a statue of Minerva inside the library? Or maybe you want like a combination. You want the garden and the temple and the statue in the gardens and the statue in the whatever. Just whatever you want. Split in comments. I'll obviously read all of them, and I'll see which one you want the most. And I will use that one that you Romans want the most. Let's actually grab all of the white things here. Do 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 Alright, I'm sorry. I always like to sing the A-Team song when I'm building something. Doesn't even matter whether it's in Minecraft or in real life. Doesn't even matter. Just when I'm building, A-Team song. I bet, but basically, if you don't know what a basilica is, because you might be wondering, alright, that's very fine and all over the TheMBmulti that you're building a basilica, but what the hell is that thing anyway? A basilica is a Roman courthouse. A basilica is like, well, a Roman courthouse. When a barbarian, what the fuck am I talking about? When a criminal is caught, then it is brought to a basilica where it is obviously convicted of a crime, and then oh, whoops. And then people will try to convince him that he is right or wrong, basically. Oh, whoops. So yeah, inside this would be like all the columns and stuff, which I'm going to add. And it's going to be an upstairs area where you sit and watch if you are like the people who are attacked. So yeah, a criminal would be convicted here. Like a lawyer would represent the people who bring him to court. So, like if it's like a robber, the people who he robbed is going to represent like the charger. I'm going to charge him for committing a crime, and then the criminal has to defend itself. But if he had money, he could also hire a lawyer himself, because usually a lot of people were not everybody was very good at defending themselves in court and everything. So if the person had a little bit of money, he could hire a what's it called, a lawyer to defend him, basically. Ow. So he could hire a lawyer to defend him against that. But if he did not have any money, he had to do it himself, which was obviously a lot harder. But yeah, he had to defend himself, and then a group of like 108 senators or something along those lines would have to decide whether he was guilty or not. And if he was guilty, then they would debate over the punishments. But if the punishment was obvious, then they would do that, because obviously the Romans had certain what's it called? They had certain punishments for certain crimes. For example, arsonists were burned alive. Thieves' hands were chopped off. Other people, another crime, you had to be thrown in front of the in front of the lions in like an amphitheater. So yeah, the Romans had punishments for everything. Like they had like certain punishments for various things. But yeah, if that's but not for everything. They did not have punishments for certain punishments for everything. For example, rape. I don't know what the punishment is for if you rape somebody. But yeah, maybe they don't have a standard punishment for that. So yeah, then they will have to debate on that. Whether what he gets, does he get thrown into prison, or does he die, or does he have to be killed or something? They'll debate about that basically in here. So that's what's happening inside here, and that's like a thing that you would see in a capital of a settlement. You would see this kind of stuff. All right, so currently I'm building the inside of the basilica. I've added the purple banner around there, just so that everybody knows that this is a building of stature, like an important building, because purple is a very expensive color. It costs a fucking lot of money to get all of this shit in here. By the way, that was immensely expensive, because purple is the most difficult color to make. That's also why the emperor has a toga made of fully dyed purple. The entire toga he wears is purple, and that's like wearing $12 million on your body, basically. That's how expensive you have to think that toga is. That toga is like worth $20 million, basically, that the emperor wears. That is so that you know how immensely rich he is, and that's also how immensely expensive the color purple was in the time of the Romans. So yeah, that's also this. Obviously, dyeing stone this color is not as expensive. because close is a lot more difficult. But still, this was fucking expensive. This cost me. I haven't really done over the accounts. I really should go to my bookkeeper and check the accounts. But I am pretty sure that this is about. I'm pretty sure that this is at least 1 million denarii. Just this edge, yeah. Just this edge, at least 1 million denarii, at least. That's how expensive purple is. But yeah, because of that, everybody knows that in the Empire. By the way, every Roman knows purple is immensely expensive. So therefore, everybody, even though if you've never been to my settlement, you can see, hey, this is the Basilica, or at least something important because it has a purple banner on the building. So so because of that, everybody knows what this building is. You just stop getting stuck, please. All right. I need stone or something for the thing there. Alright, let's go to the warehouse and check. Yeah, there we go, that will do. Maybe... Oh, I have stairs back there. Okay, go, go, go. So yeah, as I said, I really should go over to my bookkeeper, because I just have to make sure that I'm not broke, basically. Alright, so I'm just going to... Oh, whoops. Remove these layers right here. So that I can replace it with this. Here we go. Whoop. And I'll probably place like a couple statues on top of this thing. And then also we need this. But let me actually first grab some extra pillars, pillar parts like that, and then I'm going to continue finish up the pillars inside the basilica first, without falling off, because I almost did. I don't even know why I did that. I could have just gone through there. That's stupid. I took like a massive detour right now. Alright, whatever. Ugh. Really should take my armor off because I'm losing durability probably. Let's actually take my armor off. Oh, I'm not even losing durability. And then there. And then there. Okay, just wanted to make sure that one was alright. I kind of thought that it wasn't. And there we go. And there we go. And then only 2 more. I've just got enough for 1 pillar. Ow. And then the last one. Oh shit. I need 8. There you go. Here we go. Right, and then we need... This can go back. We need these stairs to be done now. And then... Don't need that one either for now. And then this will be the upstairs area, which basically won't have anything interesting, but you can just stand here and watch. Also, young like senator people who want to go into politics would sit up here and watch how their fathers like do their work down there. Oh, I'm not even gonna have enough. I have to go back and grab some extra, because these were not in the chest. These were from the warehouse. Right. Ooh, this is dangerous walking around up here. Let's just use the stairs so that I don't have to break any legs. Let's also just place in these stairs right here. Here we go. Right. I think that's going to be enough for this episode. I will continue building on this in the next episode. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good already. I'm also going to add windows on the top area. And I'll probably add a couple extra statues on there. So that's going to be this one. Hope you Romans enjoyed the videos. Click the like button underneath if you like the video. Subscribe to be part of the Roman army so you never miss any more videos. You can do it by clicking subscribe on the page on the left of here. Or subscribe button underneath the video. See you later, Romans. Ave.